Yeah, that's what they call it in South Portland. This is all greenbelt now. Hey, look at that. They got chairs just for us.
Yeah, you good.
Good morning. I stand here before you this morning not because I'm someone special, but it's really because I'm one of the last persons standing on this project. I've had the privilege during my tenure as manager for, I've been there 18 years, so my 19th, of being involved in one way or another of this project, and more directly involved in the last 5 to 7 years. I think Carol Brush, who was going to speak to you earlier today, is one of the other ones that it was here at the very beginning. I'm very pleased she could be with us today and part of this program. Many of the speakers will talk about the importance of this trail section and how it relates to the overall trail. I'd just like to take a few minutes just to really focus on the project team and how this really came about. It was just over a year. In fact, it was July 24th last year. Many of us assembled on this very trail for the groundbreaking. And it was a joyous occasion. Of course, we didn't have a band, but nonetheless, as I recall, it was a very warm day, just like today, but certainly a day to celebrate, as is today. We were lucky enough to go out to bid and select Shaw Brothers Construction and their partner subcontractor for the bridge work, Scott Construction. I see RJ Cooney and John Fairweather here. We could not have selected a better construction team. In fact, the original project timeline, yes. In fact, the original project timeline had 2 phases. The section of the trail that we're standing on right now, really from Pleasant Hill to Wainwright, was to be completed by this October. And then the full trail would be October 27th. So as we stand here, we are 15 months ahead of schedule. Wow. Beyond the construction team, we also had some really key partners. Acorn Engineering, I saw Pat Roma here. They did all of our construction oversight and inspection. Beyond that, HNTB helped with the project design. And that really completes the full project team. Again, all the credit in the world goes to this group of folks that got together to really deliver a first-rate project well ahead of schedule, which is something, frankly, just unheard of. I'd be remiss not to mention all the private landowners that we had to work with. One of the reasons for some delays in this project was really working cooperatively with landowners to gain access and really create this trail section. We had some challenges dealing with CMP. Frankly, without them, much of the trail exists within their corridor. But we also had challenges working with the railroad that happened to change hands during this process. But specifically, Mark Sanborn, Donald Prout, Roger Hale, and the Portland Water District were very key players in enabling this section of the trail to advance. I do want to acknowledge the DeFossis family. They really enabled the section of the trail from the end of Eastern Road to the Nonsuch Bridge, where the trail used to end. And without their support some 20 years ago, even longer than that, this section would not be possible either. So very much appreciate their involvement. It's my pleasure to welcome, well, I should say, this project spans 2 municipalities, majorities in Scarbrough, but we're standing here in South Portland. So it's only fitting that we have both communities represented here today. We have Mayor Elise Tipton and Chair Corey Fellows. Mayor, would you have a few words?
Hi, thank you all. Can you hear me well? Oh, good. I am Elise Tipton. I serve as the mayor of South Portland this year, and here with me are a couple of my fellow council members. I just wanted to share with you a quick story. Last weekend, my adult son Noah and his family were visiting with us on our deck, and with them were longtime friends Adam and Amanda and their daughter Stella. And of course, you know, I've known Adam and Amanda since they were college students working at a pizza joint in Naples. But here they were with their daughter Stella, whom I'd last seen when she was first born. And she proudly told me that she and her mom have ridden from Wainwright to Bug Light and back. And she knew that this part of the trail is now opening. And she was just totally over the moon about the fact that her mother said, oh, now we can ride from Scarbrough. So for me, this trail is for Stella. And it's for all the children and families who are going to enjoy it for decades to come. It's also about more than just opening a section of trail. It's about connecting communities and fulfilling a vision that has been years in the making, even though the last few months have gone very quickly. So thank you to the town of Scarbrough for taking the lead on this project that has required persistence, coordination, patience, and leadership. You've really been the town that's made it a reality for us. In South Portland, we have long believed, still do, that parks and trails and sidewalks and green spaces are more than recreational amenities. That is essential public infrastructure to improve our community's health, strengthen our environment, support local businesses, and give people of all ages, me too, safe places to walk and to bike. So as you all know, you can start at Bug Light, you can continue along the Greenbelt through South Portland, you can continue on to the Eastern Trail, Scarbrough, Saco, beyond. Once I did ride to Thornton High School, feeling very proud, but I had to go on the road a whole lot. Anyway, so for walkers, runners, bikers, they're going to have new places to explore safely, visitors also. I will just close by saying that the trail reminds us that city and town lines don't really define how people live. We are neighboring communities. When we work together, we can do something bigger than a community can accomplish alone.
Chair Fellows.
Thanks, Tom. Thank you, Mayor. We in Scarbrough are definitely very proud to have taken the lead on this project for closing the gap, but it couldn't have been done without the active participation and cooperation of South Portland, and we appreciate you hosting this event here on your turf as well, to put a twist on the familiar expression, it takes multiple villages. And as the Mayor just noted, we live in our day-to-day lives, not within town boundaries, so this is a really strong testament to that. There are a lot of people to thank today. We've heard a lot of the names already, and we're going to hear from others in a few moments. I do want to take a quick second to give a little bit of special recognition to Tom Hall, who many of us believe is the best town manager in the state. And as he said, he's sort of one of the last men standing on this. He's been one of the common threads. You know, it's sort of been a joke among the council that we've had at our council meetings, Tom gives a town manager's report, and report outs on this project have been a staple for years. And we've remarked on the fact that there's going to be a void going forward, and I guess now he can fill that time with updates on great white shark sightings. With apologies to our beloved Route 1, in some ways, the Eastern Trail is Scarborough's true main street. It's where we encounter a lot of our neighbors, classmates. You see people on bikes, on foot, on cross-country skis, snowshoes. You see a lot of wildlife. As many of you know, the UNE team identified over 60 species of wildlife. the section of the marsh that crosses through, the section of the trail that crosses through Scarbrough Marsh attracts bird watchers from around the world. But as the mayor noted, it's much more than just a recreational corridor. It's also an off-road artery that really connects communities. I know people who use it to commute to work. You can ride your bike from where I live down near Pine Point in Scarborough all the way to the school complex. So as Tom and the mayor noted, this is really the culmination of years of effort. Took a lot of persistence. We went through multiple economic cycles, went through a pandemic. There were ownership changes as well. But the fact that this came to fruition through all that is a testament to the persistence and the will of everybody involved, and really to the importance of this trail to our communities. So with that, I thank you for being here, and congrats to us all, and I'll pass it along. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair Fellows. This project was really, the majority of the funding came from Federal Highway Administration, funneled through DOT and our local regional partners with PACS and GPCOG. So it's certainly fitting that we have a representative from MDOT here today. I'd like to introduce Dakota Hewlett. He is the active transportation planner with Maine DOT.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Councilor and Chair. I'd actually like to build upon what you had just mentioned about what these communities are going to realize as far as benefits with this project. I feel that trails are the new front porch of America. This is a place that people will meet their neighbors, a place that people will build community connections and just interact with each other. So really building on those benefits, I think this is a really great day and marks continued progress for the project. But as Tom said, my name is Dakota Hewlett. And on behalf of the Maine Department of Transportation, I'd like to say congratulations. Congratulations to all who have been involved in this project to close the gap over the years. Today we have the opportunity to realize the outcomes of years of planning, coordination, engineering, funding, construction, all of those important things. The vision of the Eastern Trail continues to progress because of this work. Maine DOT would like to thank the town of Scarborough and the city of South Portland for their continued dedication to bring this project to fruition. The town of Scarborough administered this project, and to be honest, I believe it probably is one of the most complex locally administered DOT projects in recent years. So thank you, Tom. The department would also like to thank the Eastern Trail Alliance. It's your vision that has made this project possible and some of the other work that we've done on the Eastern Trail in our communities in Maine. I'd also like to thank HNTB and Acorn Engineering for the design work and great coordination throughout the entirety of this project. That's a really important part of the project, and important for us to have strong industry partners to coordinate with. And along those lines, I'd also like to thank Shaw Brothers Construction and their sub-consultant. I did the math. We held a groundbreaking for this project just 379 days ago. We are now opening the trail today well ahead of schedule. So there are many others at Maine DOT that deserve some credit and some thanks as well. It took a long effort of a strong team led by our project manager from our multimodal program, Aurel Gourneau, as well as many other DOT staff working with all the partners that are here today. So those folks have done the real work. Most of all, and most importantly, I'd like to thank you, members of the public who helped make this project possible. I'm talking volunteers, advocates, donors. All of you helped us bring this project to where we are today, so thank you. Today we're here to celebrate the opening of 1.6 miles of trail. And that may not sound like a long amount of trail, but we all know that this is the key to unlocking the Eastern Trail's vision. The completion of this 1.6 miles unlocks approximately 17 miles of safe biking and walking infrastructure that is separated from vehicular traffic all the way from Bug Light down to Saco. And with the ribbon cutting today, we're just one step closer to completion of this world-class regional trail that we're working on here in Maine called the Eastern Trail. And that is just one part of it, because beyond Bug Light, beyond Kittery with the Eastern Trail, we can look far beyond because we have great partners with the East Coast Greenway, we'll hear from soon, building on our connectivity not just here in our state, but for similar resources and similar benefits across the eastern seaboard and down from Calais, Maine to Key West, Florida. So this is a real big deal, and it's a very important connection in that overall vision as well.
That's a perfect segue. I didn't know Dakota's remarks, but he really helped introduce our next speaker. Very pleased to have a special guest who I think was made aware of this event just last week. Made the effort to get here from North Carolina just to celebrate with us. So very pleased to have Dennis Mercado Soriano, the Executive Director of the East Coast Greenway Alliance.
Thank you, Tom. Well, good morning and congratulations. Almost 35 years ago, a seed was planted by 8 visionary local Greenway advocates with a remarkable vision to link their projects and form an iconic trail like the Appalachian Trail, but one connecting towns and cities. The group included founding board chair Pat King of Boston. It included the founding executive director Karen Votava of New York, and many others. This beautiful new segment that we're celebrating today is both the fruit of their idea and of the hard work of many remarkable people gathered here today and those who passed the torch to us. I want to start with the late and great John Andrews. John was one of the first people I met when I became executive director for the East Coast Greenway 17 years ago. A tenacious visionary, John led me, our board chair, Dave Reed of Massachusetts, and trustee Tony Barrett from Maine. Tony, are you in the audience?
Yeah. Tony's here!
Hey, there he is. Fantastic. So many other great people that have moved this forward. As we walked through the snow, we were touring what would turn into trails. I'm sure he's smiling down on us this morning. It took all the great people who have carried this torch through the Eastern Trail Alliance. It took all the elected leaders, from the governors and congresswomen and men to the philanthropists, like Quimby Family Foundation, Onion Foundation, Maine Community Foundation, and so many more. That's what it takes to get an iconic trail done. And today we celebrate your hard work, your generosity, and your dedication. This is a big day for the state of Maine, but as alluded earlier, this is also a big day for the whole Eastern Seaboard. We're now on the cusp of having a 400-mile stretch from New Haven, Connecticut, to Boston, to coastal Maine, that's family friendly and ready for everyone. We're almost there. Yes. I'd like to share two tales from the trails. One is from my hometown in Durham, North Carolina. Last August, my 5th grade son and I started a Greenway bike bus for him to bike to Southwest Elementary with his friends. On the first day of school, we had 4 together for 1.5 miles. A few days later, 15. Another 2 weeks and we were 45. Last May, we actually reached over 100 kids and parents riding safely to school, getting their wiggles out so they can learn. Greenways make that possible, and I'd love to help folks start similar initiatives right here in Maine. Another story is from Maine. We have another great person in the audience, a kid who grew up dreaming about the East Coast Greenway. Once he turned 19 years old, he decided he would ride it from his hometown in Wells to Key West, Florida. Is Avery, where are you? There he is, Avery Suter. And I gotta say, Avery, he didn't ride the Greenway like most of us on 2 wheels. He did it on 1. He unicycled. And along the way, he earned national media. He experienced face-to-face how important greenways are. And he learned of the generosity of strangers and the beauty of community. When he returned to Wells, he volunteered, got more involved, and became such a leader in his town, moving cycling and walking forward, that he became the top vote getter, joining the town selectmen. Please join me in applauding Avery as both a Greenway pioneer and a public servant. Indeed, we are building a path to public service for great people like Avery and you throughout our corridor. To date, our completed greenways host the most visits of any park in the country. 50 million bike rides, runs, and walks every year. And we aim to double that by 2030 with your help. It is a path to experience America, from the moose to the manatee, from the pines to the palms, and from the puffins to the pelicans. If you like pies also, I'd have to say it goes from the best blueberry pies to the best key lime pies. Now, greenways also have the best infrastructure return on investment. Completing sections raises the quality of life for regional residents and attract tourists who aren't just happy on greenways. They're hungry, they're thirsty, and they often need a place to stay. Where the greenway goes, the economy grows. As our nation celebrates the vision and sacrifice of our founding fathers, this America 250, let's show our patriotism by coming together in common cause for great causes like this greenway. This project is an example of what we can achieve, not for a political side, but for all Americans. It feels good when our tax dollars help to restore a united States of America that stands tall to raise the quality of life and lower the high costs of transportation and healthcare. These miles of smiles are the antidote to social media's divisive algorithms and can restore our social fabric. It's time for us to complete the Eastern Trail and the East Coast Greenway by closing the next gap over the Saco River and beyond to Kittery and to Boston to the south and Augusta and Bangor to the north. Just 2 days ago, we celebrated a similar brand new section in New Hampshire. So we have the momentum and we can grow it as long as we vote in visionary elected leaders this November who understand the importance of greenways as a top priority. Our nonprofits and communities need you to volunteer, to donate, to partner, and to tell this remarkable story. As we enjoy these new miles with friends and family, let's commit ourselves to complete the most popular park our country has ever seen. Thank you very much.
Make your way about the trail. Do take a moment and just appreciate. You'll see plaques on bridges and certain vistas, so we really want to make sure we have a lasting recognition of all of that financial support. And lastly, I want to recognize Scarbrough taxpayers. They have supported this through the years, and I'm sure the mayor would do the same with their taxpayers. But it's super to see a project being supported throughout an extended period of time, almost without question, and now we see the fruits of that labor. I think it'd be only fitting for Carol to do the honors. Please, let's gather in close. Everyone grab a hold. Hey! Thank you for coming. The trail is open for use.
He wants me to introduce Linda to Tom.
When you get to a pond, they got a
I hadn't seen the fence up, but I saw the post about this high, and it's not like this. It's,
Okay.
I don't know if it's plastic. Or
Yep. Why don't you walk on this side? I'll walk on the towards the center. Get
okay.
closer to the fence. Yeah. I don't want a cycler.
Well,
Oh, they got gates. Look at that to get in and out.
I'll be damned.
That's a sliding gate.
Huh. But it must be locked or something, ain't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's quite an investment, all this shit, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. How's your foot feel now?
Good. Once I
Okay,
get
all right,
moving, it
okay.
seems to be okay.
Okay, all right.
But boy, if I walk around the house with just socks on, ooh,
Really?
it kills me. Arthritis rub on it, really.
Yep.
Good that is. I'm lucky. You remember Richie? He used to walk
Oh, yes,
15
yes.
miles a day.
Oh, yeah. Yep,
He got to the point where he couldn't walk anymore,
yep.
but he pushed it. I mean,
Good morning.
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 how you doing?
Good.
Beautiful morning.
Well, it doesn't go pavement all the way.
Oh, there, I see. Yeah, yeah. Huh. That's odd, isn't it? Went quite a ways.
Yeah.
I don't know what the point is of that. But... So they were going to put rock dust down, but they never did.
That's what I think this is.
Really? Probably.
Yeah.
And they went left over. I said, this is where the trail's going to be at.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I just turned around. I wanted to get a picture that way.
Yeah.
I'm using this camera up here right now.